My Barcelona trip is a prime example of how mindset matters so much in whatever you do, even taking a vacation. Let me tell you how. Hello, this is Sunny and you're watching Sunny Solo, your passport to solo travel. We're starting a new series for my trip to Spain and Andorra. So let's start from day one. I was going to Barcelona and I usually book my flights from Gatwick even though I live in the north of England because it's usually cheaper and faster rather than taking flights from Manchester or Leeds. So I just took a train to London. Which was a Grand Central train. So from here there are multiple companies that have the trains and they have different levels of luxury and service. Grand Central is kind of like in the middle. I got some snacks on there as well, which was my breakfast for today, and got to the south terminal of Gatwick, which is good because my flight was also from south terminal and sometimes it's from the north, so you have to take a shuttle, which is a free shuttle on the airport between the terminals. But the problem was that my flight was late, more than an hour late actually. So the only option I had was wait at the airport. I try not to eat too much at the airport unless I'm with friends because it's quite expensive and you have to queue up and everything. But I do manage with sandwiches and stuff like that. So it's easier if you're not very high maintenance. It's easy to survive the airport experience. I also have something called Plex, which is like a app to manage all your movies and stuff, so I can watch something from my phone which is actually stored on my computer. So pretty good. I was just watching a movie and relaxing because if you take stress you can be very stressed. If the flight is late you have to relax and let it be. So ultimately the flight left at about 14:37. I think it was about more than hour and a half kind of delay. But the big thing that happened was that I saw the app. I was checking the app for the flight time, but this did not update as regularly as the screens on the airports. So yeah, take heed from my mistakes. I saw the actual screen update when it was just 8 minutes left before the gate closing. So I rushed, don't run, but I just rushed, and I got there and there was a queue, so I was okay. The flight itself was alright, other than being late, and I got to Spain without any turbulence or anything. You know I hate turbulence. And first thing I did at the airport at Barcelona was to take out some money. I took out about 150 euros from the ATM, and when you withdraw money from the ATM, especially if you have a good card like I have a Monzo bank card, so just make sure that they will give you an option, the ATM gives you an option to withdraw in local currency or in your native currency like British pounds or Spanish euros. So always use the local one because my bank gives me much better exchange rate than the ATM gives me. So that's one of the things that you always have to watch out for. So I booked an Uber in the airport, then went out to the Uber meeting point, found that easily. But that's where I watched the first fight in Spain. Like there were these people, taxi drivers, who were harassing one taxi driver, and he was also, like talking back to them. There was not physical fight, but it was always on the verge of breaking into a physical fight. And one thing I did was that I was wearing my Meta smart glasses, so they have translation option now, so you can have a live translation. So I tried to use a live translation to see what they were saying because my Spanish is almost non-existent, other than hola and hasta luego. Yeah, that's what I know. So they were basically, it was one of those things that like a service called Free Now. And so it's a free service. I don't know how it works. I have not used it much, but I think they were harassing him because you can't be on this airport, this is our area and stuff like that. So anyway, and then as my taxi came, I knew the taxi number and everything. So when my taxi came and it stopped like a 20 feet away, and as I was walking to my taxi, somebody else opened the trunk and started putting their stuff in. I was like, hey, hello, this is my taxi. They were like, no, it's our taxi. And they were looking at the letters in the number plate. So they were like, oh, this is MPL, this is ours. I'm like, no, it's 8630 MPL, that's mine. So like, oh, they were, all right, okay, sorry. So we have to be very careful, especially with the airports. And Spain people had given me so many warnings. I'll get to that in a second as well. So from there, the taxi driver tried to get me to the hotel, and he drove a couple of times in loops around the whole area before he actually found the hotel. So the hotel was not right on the road. It was just like a slightly smaller road, that's it. It's not like any jungle or anything. And the hotel was called the Social Hub. Very nice hotel. And it's like it lives up to the name, the Social Hub. They have social spaces in there as well, places to hang out on the ground floor. And the check-in was through the screens, self check-in. But there was a receptionist there to help everybody as well, so I did not have to do it. She just came over like, okay, yeah, I'll let you do that. And then she gave me the key card and all the information as to this is when the breakfast is, this is where your room is, and all of that. It was a nice place. It was quite a nice place, and I think I could have stayed there longer as well. It was comfortable enough for that. I did not use the social spaces very much there, which was a shame. But I was just always going out to do something else outside, so I did not actually make use of that. But it was a good enough place that you could hang out. Especially if you go with friends, you can hang out there in the evenings, have a drink and chat, and lovely place for that. So after I put my stuff in the room, I thought, okay, just let's go out. So I took my crossbody bag and then went out. Okay, here's the thing. Everybody that I had talked to, not many people, but a couple of my friends that I had talked to and told them I'm going to Barcelona, they had given me so many warnings that, oh, there is so much crime, watch out for your bag, keep your bag in front of you, keep your money like this, and don't walk into narrow streets, all kinds of stuff, like a lot of warnings. So many warnings, I started wondering, should I even go to this place? I got worried for my safety before I even landed there, and it was not like that. So I walked to this place called Diagonal del Mar, which I think there's the Diagonal is the road, and then Del Mar is the beach, so it's near the beach. And it was a 15 minutes walk, and this was through a really wide pedestrian kind of road. So there's road on both sides, and in between there's this big space where you can just walk, kind of like an esplanade but not near a beach. And there were lots of people walking, families and stuff, and I was such on a high alert, like, oh my god, somebody should not grab my phone. Keep your phone with both hands so that nobody can grab it. Keep your bag in front of you. All these warnings I had got. And anytime I heard some footsteps behind me, I was like, who's that? Is somebody trying to grab my phone? And I was always ashamed because it was some family or somebody just walking by who had a more expensive phone than mine. So there is a flip side to that as well, which I will tell you in the next episode probably. But on this first day, after a 15-minute walk, I realized that I had been too keyed up by my friends. I needed to relax because I was not enjoying myself, feeling like I was in a horror movie or something. So I got to this mall, and the mall was quite good. It had some nice shops, which were like nice cheap shops where you can get things that you might need. So I bought one shirt, which was just 8 euros, and bought a pair of 3 socks for I think 4 euros from this shop called El Campo. And then I bought another t-shirt, as in t-shirts. I bought t-shirts, yeah. So I bought another t-shirt, which was just 5 euros. I made a big mistake here as well, which I will come to, I think, in the next episode when we get to Andorra. And there was I bought a little cap as well because I needed a cap. It was hot. It was August, which was also about 4 euros something. So it was quite cheap for essential things. It was like very refreshing to see that kind of prices. And from there, I walked back to my hotel because this time I was relaxed, and I stopped at this market called Condis Express. and they had lovely fruits, lots of fruits, juices. I got some biscuits from there as well, and I got a dish which was made of chickpeas and spinach. So there is a lot of variety available. If you don't want to go to an expensive restaurant, don't want to take the hassle, like I didn't want to take the hassle after all that journey. I wanted to just relax and eat in the hotel itself. So there are options like that. And this had Indian staff. So I talked to the girl who was there. There was like one girl, one guy, they were in the staff, and I talked to the girl. She was from Haryana in India. So that was quite nice, pleasant talking to her. You find Indians everywhere these days. So I don't know about you, but I find that both amusing and useful, because then it's easy. They always know English. So it's easy to get my stuff done. And with all the stuff that I bought, which was I think 2 plastic bags full, it was only about 20 odd euros. That was really nice. I really like that. So Spain is a little bit cheaper than London. So I just went back to my hotel, and by this time I was very sweaty because all that walk, it was hot weather. So just took a shower, and after felt much nicer. Then I had that chickpeas dish. It was lovely, that dish, and I had a banana from my loot that I had got from the shop, and I had bought a big watermelon, so I ate some of that with a spoon because I did not have a knife. So I think I had got it cut by them, and then I ate it in the hotel. I ate it with a plastic spoon or something. It was really sweet. I think I ate too much. It was like, yeah, I overate because of the fruits. It can happen. So yeah, after that it was like midnight. It was officially my birthday, but there was nothing more to do. So I just went to bed around like maybe half past midnight, because next day I was gonna go and do a lot of sightseeing. So I wanted to sleep early. Yeah, midnight is early for me. Stay with me, subscribe so that you don't miss the next episode, which is all about the sightseeing in Spain and more experiences in Barcelona, and then the next part of the journey. This is going to be an interesting journey, believe me. I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice week. Thank you. Bye bye.